Welcome to the Whole My Cape podcast, the movie news and reviews show. Hi guys, what is up? Welcome to the Whole My Cape podcast, the movie news and review show. I'm one of your hosts, Fish, and I'm joined today by Simon and Tom.
All right, guys.
Hiya.
Like Wallace there.
I like cheese. Have you been up to
No
much?
whiskey.
You've been up to much this week?
Oh,
Tom?
Go on,
Let's
Tom.
start with you, Tom.
I've been looking at pictures of people where they have a picture like this, and its second picture is just like really zoomed in, and it's funny.
What?
Nah, to be fair, I haven't done fuck all this week, so
Simon, you've been up to much this week?
Watched a few movies. Watched Pulp Fiction for the first time. I enjoyed that.
Some would say it's one of the best.
it's
I
a
also
classic.
watched. What was the movie I watched?
I don't know.
You're supposed to talk about it. That's a hint.
No, not that one.
You did watch it for the first time.
Oh yeah, Fight Club.
There you go.
Yeah,
You got it eventually.
yeah. I was like, what the fuck?
I've watched completely caught up now with The Rookie. Season 3. Its ratings have gone down loads because it's got a bit woke with the whole BLM movement and that, which was when this pretty much started filming. So it's got like a really heavy, like racist cop storyline. So a lot of people on IMDb, especially that I've seen, a bit not happy with it. But the quality of the show hasn't gone down at all. It's just people going, "Oh, it's gone too woke. Go back to being a normal police show." It's about a rookie who's only been on the job for like less than a year. At this point, anyway, he's got to deal with a racist cop. At this point, it's inevitable. Whether it's in LA or Saltman, that road, like. But people are just like, "Oh, why has he got too woke?" I mean, the acting's still great, the stories are still good, and
It's just cancel culture in it and all them
It is, yeah.
plebs.
What actors are in it?
Nathan Fillion is the only one that you'll probably know.
What's he been in?
He's in what's that old show called? Starfire? No, that's what it's called. Can't remember what
Starship
it's called.
Troopers.
No, not fucking Starship Troopers, man.
It's a movie.
Nathan. He's in. Right, I've got the thing up. Firefly. He's in Firefly, Serenity, Sliver, Castle. He's a voice in Robot Chicken. He's Green Lantern in a lot of the animated.
Apparently, he was in Saving Private
stuff.
Ryan.
Is he?
Apparently.
He's Sterling in Cars 3. He's Cade 6 in Destiny 2 trailer. He's Buck from Halo, for Halo ODST and Halo 4 and 5. Maybe not 4 actually. It's in an episode of American Dad, and yeah, he's one of those people you'll see him and you'll go, "Oh yeah," and you'll be like, "Oh, what film's he in?" Actually, I've no fucking idea. He's in some episodes of Buffy the Vampire Slayer as well.
Yeah, I never watched that.
No. But yeah, it's really good. Proper solid cop show. It's got an overall of 8.1 on IMDb. I said it before. If you're looking for a cop show that,
I still need to catch
Really
up
good.
on Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I haven't watched that
Nine-Nine's
for
good.
ages. I still haven't got. I don't know which season I'm up to, but I haven't got to the guinea pig one yet. Like you mentioned.
Stop flipping guinea pigs. That's a solid episode. That. What else have we been doing? Obviously finished Wandavison this week, and started a new cop show because I've caught up on The Rookie. I've started watching a show called 911, which is about mainly firefighters, but a policewoman and the woman that answers the phone when you call 911, the operator.
911 operator.
Yeah. It's about them and like their life and stuff, and it's really good. But yeah, started watching that as well. All on Disney Star. The Rookie's not on Disney Star, but 911 is.
You eating dog biscuits, Simon?
Yeah, mate. I've got no dog, but I get dog.
Bonios. He's eating those bonios.
Fingers.
What? You eating fingers? Well, that's not. Oh, Chucky fingers.
Orange flavoured chocolate fingers, nonetheless. Hey.
Disgust me.
You don't taste Terry's chocolate orange?
Hmm.
It's like that, but with biscuit in it. And they're shaped like fingers. Like, not human fingers.
No.
More like fish fingers, aren't they? Picked up 3D printing. Hopefully going to be printing out something. We can't really see this. This is called a lithophane, right? So it looks...
Technical words there. Lithophane.
If it wasn't for your
If it wasn't for a bloody background...
virtual background, you better see that properly.
Yeah, we just quickly... So, this is a lithophane. You put light behind it, and the detail shines through, essentially. This is this is the first version. It's got some dodgy detail into it. It's not perfect, this one, but it's... let me turn it off. Just looks like that. It's... the ones that I've done after this, the one that I've done after this, that died, broke halfway through because the plastic got stuck. Looks really good. It's almost like photoreal. Like they're really, really, really clever things. Which a proper learning curve, learning how to 3D print. I did a little boat. I left that downstairs. I'm going to do some.
Yeah, I saw that.
I'm tempted.
I saw that on Insta.
I might do like an Iron Man helmet and a Mandalorian helmet. Something. I don't know yet. We'll have to wait and see.
Fair enough.
How easy it is. We're going to move on to news, I suppose. I haven't got much of you.
Hang on. I might have shared
The old news.
The old movie news. I've got one here. Basically, J.J. Abrams has picked up, as a producer, has picked up a Superman reboot. We don't know whether or not it's going to be Henry Cavill or not. Well, I've got a quote here from Polygon, which is a news website. And it says, the new movie will be produced under J.J. Abrams' Bad Robot label. There is no director attached and no confirmation on whether the Superman role will be recast or if Henry Cavill will don the cape again. There have been rumours circulating since 2019 that Black Panther actor Michael B. Jordan would play Superman, but nothing has been confirmed. Coates has written Black Panther and Captain America series for Marvel Comics and received special thanks in the credits of Black Panther, Avengers Infinity War, and Avengers Endgame. I think that's the guy that's supposed to be writing the script for this. So we don't know if it's going to be classic Clark Kent Superman, right? Or a twist on the Clark Kent Superman, with it being obviously an actor of colour, Michael B. Jordan. Or...
Good actor.
He is a really good actor, yeah. Creed, obviously Black Panther. But there is obviously other versions of Superman. There's I can't remember the names. I'll try bring them up on my computer. There's a guy called Steele who Max Steele. No,
I mean, it'd be interesting if they did like a recast of Superman and made him like a different ethnicity. I think that could be.
It could be interesting, but it's just
very,
a lot of people.
very controversial.
Yeah.
When you think, I mean, when I think of Superman, I think Henry
Big change, I think you got to think like Superman's always been a white character. He's always been like that sort of.
John Henry Irons is there was a film based on this version of Superman. Basically, he's called Steel. Basically, Superman saved his life, and he turned his life around and became Steel. John Henry Irons, played by Shaquille O'Neal in the 1997 movie, which is god awful. Apparently, I've never seen it.
Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah,
Shaq.
Big Shaq. Big Shaq. It's gonna be pop pop.
You know, Big Shaq is now in AEW wrestling company.
Is he? Good for him.
Yeah, and he actually delivered a powerbomb to Cody Rhodes.
I don't know who that is. So he got an overall 2.8 rating on IMDb. I know IMDb's not the best. I don't know if anyone's going to watch these and be like, oh, I can't believe you base your reviews around IMDb. Well, we don't. We just have rough numbers from IMDb. But apparently this film is god awful and has nothing to do with the Superman. I just needed to bring it up so I can remember his name. But there's many different versions. There's a clone version from when Lex Luthor used his DNA and Superman's DNA when Superman died to make Superboy. There was Cyborg Superman, who thinks he's Superman, but he's like half like Terminator style almost. And obviously he gets told that
he's like the cyborg.
he's like a cyborg. He's basically a cyborg version of Superman, but he thinks he's Superman. And obviously
Missing that 329 at the end, isn't he?
Yeah. And then there's and
Nice.
then there was one more. I can't remember his name. If I bring it up on here, the Men of Superman, no. The Death of Superman. It's the animated sequel to The Death of Superman. I can't remember what it was called. Reign of Supermen. Reign of the Supermen. Reign of the Supermen. After the death of Superman, several new people present themselves as possible successors. This has got Steel, Superboy, Cyborg, Superman, and the one I can't remember. But what do you think? Obviously, if he does become, if Michael B. Jordan does play him, we're going to have all the woke people being like, yeah, or the people saying, oh, too woke.
I don't know. It depends. Like, I mean, if it's like a futuristic, you got to think like the way things are going now, it might be too much change too quick, and it might not be, well represented because of that. I think, given current situations, you've got to educate yourself in that and sort of understand what's going on before you start going, oh, this character used to be like white since his creation, and now you're going to make him, different representation. It's a big thing in it for DC, massive.
Yeah.
What say you, Cyborg 329?
Well, like when I think of if Michael B. Jordan's gonna take the role of Steel, like he's gonna have to make the character like pop. Like he's gonna have to make a big.
Look, well, Steel is a man of color. Like that character was originally written as a man of color, but with this, the thing is, they're thinking, the rumors are that they're going to recast Clark Kent as Michael B. Jordan. It's a tricky one to get around.
So they're doing the person who's written as a originally black character, but they're putting him into a different role to try and spice it up.
No, they're making. How is this hard to understand?
They're making
white Clark Kent.
But when you think of Michael B. Jordan, you think of Creed, the two Creed movies.
So he's got the build for it.
I mean, he obviously was in Black Panther and he made a big impact on Black Panther. But
is he the guy who got killed in Black Panther?
Yeah, he's the bad guy in Black Panther. Killmonger.
Bad guy.
When I think of Michael B. Jordan, I think of the Creed films because those were really good. I really enjoyed them.
Get Floyd Mayweather to play him.
So, well, this is my spin on it. Is I don't really care. Like, if it's a good film, if it's written well, if it's acted well, which it will be with him, and directed well, whatever. But I also think I don't see why everyone thinks they have to make white people black when they can make. If they made a black person white, it's racist. Other way around, it's diversity.
Yeah.
Just make a new character or use an already coloured character. Can't be hard. But
just where things are.
I don't care. If the trailers come out tomorrow and it looks mint, or even if it looks bad, I want to see it anyway.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it might be better.
Might be. I mean, Man of Steel for me is really good. I really enjoyed Man of Steel, and I want Henry Cavill to stay as Superman because he's progressed now as an actor compared to then, and I think he's obviously really good for the role.
I mean, what's happening with The Witcher?
It's coming out next year, isn't it? Next year?
Next year.
Or is it supposed to come out this year, January? I don't know, actually. Let me have a cheeky IMDb.
Well, it can't be coming out.
Can't be this year because it's not even out yet, is it?
No, that's what I mean.
Exactly. It's March now.
There was a humble boy, right along. So, according to IMDb, season 2 is supposed to be coming out. It just says episodes air 2021, so we don't actually know.
It could be any time, really.
But I can't wait for The Witcher season 2. Like,
I know the first season was really good.
I mean, I don't play the. I didn't. I played the game for a bit, but I didn't enjoy the game because it was like very technical.
He said, back in June 2020, June 22nd, 2020, there was a tweet from The Witcher Netflix, verified, proper account.
Mm.
I'm dusting off my loot and quill. I have some news, some mead to spill. After all the months we've been apart, it's time for production to restart. The Witcher and his bard, who's flawless, will reunite on set the 17th of August.
I'm guessing late 2021.
Yeah.
I'm reckoning late this year.
I think it's going to be about October time. October, November.
Anyway, I can't remember when it was supposed to be out, but I reckon it'll be
sometime after summer. I reckon.
But I will have to watch it from season 1 again, just to catch up, because obviously it's been so long since I watched it. But I can't wait.
So, I spotted this news on the 3rd of May, 3rd of March, not that long ago. Superman and Lois, which is the new Superman CW show, in the vein of Arrow and the Flash and
the Arrowverse, yeah,
the Arrowverse. It's been renewed for season 2, which is obviously good for fans of the show. Only thing that's worrying me is I found this out on the 3rd of March. But the news itself broke on the 2nd of March, which is the same day that episode 2 of season 1 aired. So, either they think this show is unreal and they have really high hopes for this season, for this show, or they're getting ahead of themselves. Either way, I think they are rushing a little bit. I would have waited mid-season. I mean, I'm not a TV producer.
What's this for?
Superman and Lois is been renewed for season 2. It's not even 3 episodes in yet. It's only 2 episodes in. The 3rd episode comes out on the 9th. It's the 6th today. What do you think? Do you think it's a bit early? Have you seen the show yet?
I didn't know it existed. I
don't plan on watching it. I mean, I might watch it because I've heard it's quite good. Again, reverting to IMDb scores.
What's it streaming on? That's the problem. Like, what's it available on?
CW, so I don't know. You'll be able to buy it on Prime. Or
I did watch Arrow up until season. Is it season 5?
I think I watched about 6 seasons of Arrow.
I did watch it quite a lot of seasons and episodes of Arrow, and because I really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
But then it
starts to get a bit shit.
But I've got them on Blu-ray, but because I didn't have the others on Blu-ray, I stopped watching it until the others came out on Blu-ray and I could afford to buy them. But I just never bought them.
Yeah.
But it got good though, like towards what I was watching. It got really good. Like Flash was in it. And I've been looking on Facebook and they've been showing like the Arrowverse and what's happening, and he's going up against Reverse Arrow and stuff, Reverse Flash, and it's like, I really want to get back into it, but I just
there's so much of it now. You have to start watching The Flash like at season 3 of Arrow, and The Flash, the first couple of seasons of that. I've seen like 3 or 4 seasons of The Flash, and it's quite good to be fair.
I've got
Superwoman's decent.
I've got
as well.
The Flash. Well, Superwoman comes into, is it the Arrowverse or does she go into the Flashverse?
She goes into Flashverse.
They're both connected. The Arrowverse is the Flash and Arrow. They're both part of the same universe, aren't they? Like the MCU, but it's called the Arrowverse because it's what started it. But yeah, she was originally part of a separate universe, and then they opened a portal and made a deal outside behind the scenes, they made a deal with obviously the other channel that was on, and to cross paths and make a crossover episode. But it's really good. But obviously, the more these seasons go on, the more the characters get drawn out, and the more storylines they run out of, the worse they get, and then they start pulling at straws. But
Yeah.
I think it's a bit early. As I say, I haven't seen it. I can't judge, but I think it's a bit early. Just going off the fact, Tom, that it is 2 episodes into season 1. It's already been renewed for season 2. What do you think?
I mean, most shows you get to about episode 5, if there's like 10 episodes of a season or whatever.
Mhm.
They normally wait till about just over halfway before they even announce season 2, or even after the first one's finished, they'll go, season 2 is coming out. I think the jumpers are going a bit too much there.
I mean, so far
Yeah.
it's got decent IMDb scores, 8.7 and 8.5.
It could flop though.
It could absolutely flop.
What other shows got cancelled? Like a Daredevil, that was really good, weren't it? That got cancelled.
But
Yeah.
I'm sure. I think Disney are wanting to resurrect it and bring it back.
Resurrection theories aside, that got cancelled because of the Disney Fox deal, and
Oh, did it?
Oh, they should bring it back. I mean, I'd love to see Daredevil.
But the Disney, I think it was because Disney Plus was starting up, so obviously they're taking everything off Netflix and stuff, so they couldn't keep it on.
I'd love to see like Daredevil, Luke Cage. Well, Luke Cage and Daredevil are the only series that I watched on Netflix. I didn't see the.
For me, I think Luke Cage was the weak one of that. No, Iron Fist season 1 was a bit shit. Jessica Jones was better than Luke Cage.
What is Jessica Jones's power?
She's just strong and she can almost fly.
So she's a good jumper.
Yeah. And she's a private detective. It's that sort of stuff. But yeah, what I think is, because it's a superhero show, they've turned around and they've gone, superheroes get views, so we're going to keep our superheroes.
That's how movies. That's how cinema's progressing, isn't it? A lot of the big movies now, they're all action superhero movies. Like you've got Marvel Legacy going, you've got Star Wars. Well, that's not like very much superheroes, but it's like different.
So it's all cinematic universes stuff, isn't it?
Has there been anything added to Marvel Legends on Disney Plus?
Yes. We could talk about that, actually. I forgot about that. We have now got 2 episodes of Marvel Legends on Disney Plus for Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
I haven't seen that.
That's coming out in a couple of weeks. We're watching that.
Oh, is it just flashbacks again?
Yeah, it's just the same sort of stuff.
Oh, well, I don't need to watch it then.
And obviously, because WandaVision finished this week, next week we're getting a behind-the-scenes thing for WandaVision as well.
I'm good.
Yeah, really good. A lot of my favourite YouTubers have had loads of content coming out as well, so I'm going to miss being able to watch them. If that's all that is, let's move on to some more news, specifically movie news. So obviously we all know, when is it coming out, the Zack Snyder's Justice League?
No, I don't. I saw a little trailer thing for that.
I've seen a new trailer for it as well. It's coming out.
Batman next to Superman.
Yeah.
I try and only watch.
But he has a new suit. Does Batman?
It's the same as I'm sure it's the same as the Justice League one.
I try and only watch one trailer from each movie.
Oh no, I've started
I mean, I've seen a bit of the second trailer of Kong versus Godzilla, and
see, I haven't looked at that yet.
It looks mint. It looks
so
mint.
good.
I'm just waiting for it because I know it's gonna be good. I'm hoping cinemas are open before it comes out, so I can go to cinema and watch it because I think cinema will really.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, they should have released the second trailer as the first trailer and not released the first trailer for it.
I think just keep the first trailer.
On that second trailer alone, if I hadn't watched the first trailer, and I only watched a bit of the second trailer, the second trailer made it look so good.
Does it spoil stuff though? Because I remember the first trailer was going, "Oh, is that Mecha Godzilla or whatever?" Everyone was like doing that theory.
No, it doesn't really. I don't think it spoils anything, but it does make the film look fucking mint.
So I can't remember how we got into this conversation.
What about
But-
trailers?
But basically,
Snyder.
Zack Snyder's released new trailer. Yeah, it was pretty good. But this comes out on the 18th of March, and they've revealed that the 4-hour, 1-minute odd movie,
What was?
4 hours, 1-minute movie, is
Fucking hell.
in 6 chapters. So part 1, don't count on it, Batman. Part 2, the Age of Heroes. Part 3, beloved mother, beloved son. Part 4, change machine. Part 5, all the king's horses. Part 6, something darker. I don't get anything from them apart from don't count on it, Batman sounds like the Joker to me.
Yeah, because he got revealed, didn't he?
Mm,
Jared Leto Joker, trying to rip off the Heath Ledger Joker. Everyone
But-
kicked off about that, didn't they?
there's a lot of people that take the mick out of it because he's basically just is a meme, isn't he?
Oh yeah,
It's
because
a-
he's trying to make
we-
Heath
we
Ledger, but it's
live-
not.
In a society.
What was that
Not
other
audible.
one? What was that other one? The all the king's horses or something?
All the king's horses. All the king's horses. So
Yeah, that's a reference to Humpty Dumpty.
obviously Humpty Dumpty, yeah. All the king's horses and all the king's men. Yeah, come put Humpty together again. Don't know what that's reference to in the film. None of these, apart from obviously the first one being "Don't Count on It, Batman," bring anything to my head. But what do you think about it being split into 6? It's a film. It's coming
Well,
out
it's
as
actually
it's coming
split
out.
into 6 movies.
No, it's split into 6 chapters, but it's coming out. I'm sure I heard that it's coming out as a single film. So
It's
maybe
not
it's.
chapters in.
What's
I
the
don't-
point
I
in
don't-
chapters?
I don't know.
It's not
Maybe
a
it's
book.
maybe it's going to have like, chapter 1. Don't count on it, Batman, and then it'll start. I don't know. I think the whole idea of this film is legendary.
And also to confuse.
I think it's very
viewers.
like it's very flamboyant in it for what they're doing. I think they're
This to
hyping
me,
up way too much, but I reckon it's gonna be a
If-
fucking disaster.
it's going to be a mess.
If they're
Um,
gonna split it, then just split it into 2 films.
This to me sounds like
2 hours long.
this
or
to
2.5
me sounds
hours
like
long.
Zack Snyder going. This would be a good idea. Let's put this in.
You know,
Because
it's
it's
gonna be
all-
shit. Let's draw it out into 6 chapters.
But it comes out the day before the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, so we'll be covering that when it
Mm.
comes out.
Yeah.
But that's all my news. That's all the news I've got. That's not much news, that last bit, but
Hmm.
Oh, do you know when we talked about that Gina Carano?
Gina
I forgot-
Carano.
Yeah, she got kicked from Mandalorian.
oh yeah.
One of the guys who I watch podcast, Bill Burr, comedian, he's in it. He basically said on one of his podcasts, whatever, like, oh, she's a lovely woman, like she's a really nice person, and he got a lot of shit for it just for saying she's a nice person
Oh yeah, I saw that.
because of cancel
That's
culture and that. It's like
Proper
leave him
dodgy.
alone. He's basically like he's not saying that she's a nice person for what she said. He's saying like to hang out with and that, like what she does, she's nice. Just because she has an opinion on something doesn't mean that he's bad as well for saying she's a nice person.
Doesn't
Doesn't mean
mean
he
Yeah.
supports the claim.
yeah, but it's like
It's stupid.
it doesn't mean you're a bad person because you have an opinion on something. The whole thing
Mm.
is messed up.
But it's just cancel culture. Like a lot of comedians and that they do like say they do a bad joke or whatever, and they try and get the comedian banned for being like too racist or too like out of the square, or whatever.
Yeah.
They not only try and get him like out of his career, they'll even like say, "Oh, what venue booked that comedian," and they'll try and like get the venue closed down.
It's the whole cancel culture. Cancel culture recently has gone way too far. Have you seen the new Amazon
It has.
logo?
No.
Oh yeah, that was mint.
So basically, the Amazon logo was the Amazon smile with like
Mm.
a bit of ripped off tape at the top. But people said it looked too much like Hitler's mouth. And it got changed.
What?
No way.
Look at your logo. If you've updated Amazon recently, right? If you've updated Amazon, if you look at your logo, it's now like
A
Like,
smile with
angled off in it.
Wait, let me Google this quick.
Just Google. I can't see Simon.
Amazon.
Yeah, yours is the updated version now, Simon. But it used to be like look like a zigzag almost at the bottom. So it was
Oh,
like
you
a-
mean that with the little blue
Yeah.
little blue bit? How the fuck does that look like Hitler?
I see it. Because it looks like it's tashed in it.
No, it doesn't.
Exactly, that's the point.
how does that look
It,
like
look,
it's
it looks like a box
With a bit of sellotape that's been ripped off.
Right, with a bit of fucking duct tape. How like this? Like
This is what I'm talking about.
all you people at home, if you listen to this, you probably won't. But right, I don't know if you can see, but I mean, grow up. What the fuck? I'm sound like Piers Morgan here. I'm saying like, what's going on in here?
He's been on point with a lot of stuff recently.
Yes,
More movie news that I've just
I
remembered.
Piers Morgan.
I just remember some more movie news. The heroic, legendary character, Mr. Potato Head. The toy has been now turned into Potato Head. After 75 years, Hasbro's caved to the snowflakes and called him Potato Head. But technically speaking, if you want to go really deep into it, Hasbro's
Technically, it was a Potato Man because it was a female one.
Yes, listen. In the first Toy Story movie, he outright, straight up, confirms he is a Mister. He says, "Oh, it's Mr. Potato Head to you."
Yeah.
So basically, Hasbro is being genderphobic. What was it called? From changing his. Yeah. Also, you won't know this, Tom, because you don't go on TikTok. But this you will like. It's legendary. So, have you heard of Super Straight?
No.
So basically, Super Straight is the new
I'm
male
intrigued.
movement. Super Straight. If you are super straight, you are old-fashioned, old-school straight. You like women who are genetically born women.
Oh, fuck off. Oh, what the fuck?
Because everyone's been going, "Oh, what do you mean you don't like a trans woman?"
The basically saying that. Oh, wait there.
Basically, trans people and all these hip people have been saying, if you don't like a trans woman, then you're transphobic. So to counteract the transphobic quote with the male community has come up with Super Straight, which is bang on, 100% the way to go. I think I consider myself super straight.
Why can't it just be straight?
Because
it's like biological women.
Because if you
why you have to like cut everything up into categories and go right, there's straight, then there's partially straight because you're like a trans woman. Like, just why can't people just fucking grow up? It pisses me off.
That's what I'm saying. That's what stupid this world has become.
Like just because a woman used to have a vagina and now has got a penis.
That's a trans male.
Yeah, well, or a guy had a penis and he's got a vagina, and the other way around. I don't fucking know what's going on, do I? I don't really pay attention.
I just a drink out there.
It just.
But you don't like it.
So you got super straight, which means right, that's definitely a vagina. Nothing's changed there. It's 100%
natural born and bred.
On the tin it says 100% vagina, right? that's super straight, right? Then you've got like on the other tin, vagina might contain something else. Is that just straight?
Might contain nuts.
What is going on?
It's ridiculous.
I'm sick of these categories. It's like I want to just.
The argument is
if you like the person.
The argument is people are saying, sorry, all you thick ones are saying, "Oh, you're transphobic," right? But then
you don't say that, you'll offend them. They'll come after us.
Listen,
have pitchforks.
Oh, that's fine. But listen, they're saying as well. They're saying, that if you are a gay or lesbian, right, that's fine. To only like men or women, and specifically men or women. But if
this is why it's annoying, because
if you are a straight male and you like only genetically born women, then you are gender.
Suddenly you're the problem. This is the thing.
It's ridiculous.
Oh, it pisses me off.
Let's move on from that.
TikTok.
Make me angry. Oh.
Let's move on to.
Calm down, Tom.
Let's move on to Wandavison. The season finale was this week. It wrapped up. God. It's over. Sorry, guys. The season finale got an 8.6 rating on IMDb. That's right. I'm going back to IMDb yet again. The events of Wandavison come to a head, and the destinies of all those who took part are determined. We've got a lot of things in this. We got the Evan Peters reveal. We got lasers. We got Vision v Vision. We got Witch v Witch. We got Monica not using any powers really, and we got the kids taking care of the military, and we got 2 after credit scenes. We got some drama, and we got a potential plot hole that we'll talk about when we get to it. Who wants to try their best to explain the plot of the season finale, called the series finale?
You know what, I'm going to leave it to you, Fish, because after that little discussion before, I had a fucking drink.
Do you want to try? Do you want to try recording?
No.
No. Fuck.
Don't leave to Simon. Bloody hell, everyone like, what the fuck is he on?
I'll fuck it up like I always do.
So there was a house in a cliff.
There was a witch, right? There was a witch, and there was a guy who would go through walls. And
So
yeah,
here we go. I'm going to try my best. I haven't written any notes down because I never do.
It's all in here. It's all in here.
All in here. Unlock.
Locked in the vault.
Transferring. Inserting memory
What?
card. Inserting memory card. They come off. They're magnets.
Oh, fuck. What?
You do unplug your microphone, but these are magnets. They stick on. You can get customized ones, and you can put stuff on them.
yeah. Do you know on Astro website you can customize them, get personalized ones,
Oh,
but
yeah.
only delivered to America.
They'll be.
Oh, that's just asshole backwards.
I had someone designed specifically for mine, and I fucking went to Wardroom. Oh, don't deliver to UK.
Well, you've got family in America. They could order them for you. You give them money, and then they ship it to you.
And you pay.
Donkey.
Mate,
Anyway,
they would not accept my money.
let's move on. Wandavison. So starts off right where episode 7 finished. Right.
Yeah.
Agatha's got kids by the neck. Fucking shotgun them there. Fucking.
That's how you discipline them. Okay, get here.
And then Wanda's all like, "Oh, you forgot my powers work out here, pleno." And she blows them up. And she flings a car at her. She's like, tries sucking up Wanda's powers. So she throws a car at her. She throws a car at her. And there's a dead on the nose Wizard of Oz Easter egg with the shoes underneath the car. And then White Vision turns up and she's like, "Oh my God, are you real?" And she's like, "Yes, Sam." Squeezing her
Gives a
head.
kiss.
And start squeezing her head. Then we get our second Easter egg, which fake. We got Vision, who is Wanda's version, and then we got White Vision. That's what I'm going to say, right? Then Vision comes out and rugby tackles at White Vision, just like the Man of Steel moment where he's like, "Don't you threaten my mother," and punches him through the floor, throws him into a car, he blows up, and he's like, "Oh, you're back, this is our home, we better fight for it." They take the kids to the house, or he takes the kids to the house. Agatha turns back up and she's all like, "Oh, Wanda, your ex-boyfriend and your current boyfriend showed up at the party. Who are you going to choose? Me. And then they start fighting. Wanda gets powers sucked up by Agatha. Vision's just phasing through Vision, shooting at Vision while phasing through Vision.
Set phases to absorb.
There was one really good moment which I liked where White Vision punches Vision, and he makes his hand phase through his wrist, but then he solidifies, so his hand's stuck in his wrist, and then he pulls him and punches him. I thought that was pretty cool. He's all very Superman, Man of Steel, you know.
He fights better in one division than he does in the in the other ones, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He gets absolutely annihilated in Infinity War. And then there's what does he do? Wanda's fighting Agatha, and she makes one of the people come back to normality, and she's like, "Oh, what? I've got a kid. If you wanted to play a part in the show, that'll be fine." And it's just like,
Yeah.
"What are you talking about? You
Just let me see my kid.
Yeah, she's like, "But you're happy here." She thinks everyone's happy here. She's like, "No." Then Agatha makes all the people become normal, and they're all like, "Oh, let us free." And then she chokes them all because she's like, "Ah, no." She chokes them all, and then they all get like strangled, and then and then she's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." Ooh. And then the stranglers go away, and she's like, "You have to choose between them or your family." And she starts undoing the hex, and then she's like,
No, she undoes the.
It's like she starts.
He's speaking, not you.
The hex starts to fade. She starts, letting them out. Tries to let them out by opening the hex up. So the sword people come in. Operator, director Dick. Can't remember his name.
Yeah, Director Dick.
So
Hank Penis coming in.
he brings the people in, the sword people. But then Vision shows up and he's like starting to fade away, and kids show up and they're starting to fade away. She's like, "Oh my god!" It's like, "Ha ha 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 ha!" You take the hex, you'll be taking them as well. She's like, "Oh no!" And then she makes the hex come back again. Then there's more laser pew pews and it's like, then Wanda takes. Wanda does old school Age of Ultron magic trick on Agatha, takes her to the witch trial from the previous episode, but then the witch is like, "Oh, but you're a Scarlet Witch, we'll kill you instead." And she's like, "Oh no," blows up, goes back to normal.
Yeah, Scarlet's like, "I'm on my
like,
period."
And then we get another Easter egg. And we get an Easter egg to I say Easter egg, a story arc somewhat similar to the Hulk movie from back in the day with Eric Banner, where Hulk's trying to give all of his power to the bad guy at the end, and he's like, "Take it all," and he blows up. And that doesn't happen in this, but that's what happens at the end of that. But he's like tries to give her all of her powers by blasting her, but while blasting her, she's missing sometimes as well. What's she missing?
The hex wall.
What? Yeah, and then she makes runes, and she's like, "Oh no, haha, tricked you, bitch! You taught me that." All that. While this is going on, back over there somewhere, Vision is fighting Vision in a library. He's like, gets him in a headlock, and I'm thinking, "Oh God, they're just going to straight up Man of Steel murder this guy."
Yeah, it's like audible. It's like, what if we're the same?
It's like,
Stephen Fry's like, "Hang about, let's get."
It's like, "Why are you trying to kill me? But I've been programmed to destroy the Vision." It's like, "But I'm not the real Vision." It's like, "Wait, what?" So it's like, "Have you heard about the ship of? Is it the boat of Theseus or the ship of Theseus?" Whereas, like, if you take, if over time you constantly replacing the parts of the boat that break, is it the same boat? But then after you're using the broken boat pieces that you've recycled to make a new boat, have you then got two versions of the same boat, or is one not the boat?
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh shit!" Then he unlocks his memories by touching his forehead.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, I am the Vision." Flies off, and then
just touch him in first place.
We also get, I forgot about, just before these two fights start, we get an Incredibles Easter egg, which I didn't notice until I watched the TikTok. Basically, the trucks show up, and then the hero stance, just like in the Incredibles.
Oh, incredible! Yeah.
Where the frisbee car floating things show up in the Incredibles hero stance.
Yeah.
So the fighting's stopped. She's given her powers. Then she's beaten her by making these runes. So she makes her go back into Agnes.
Agnes, the nosy neighbor.
Agnes, the noisy neighbor. And then
how do you do, neighbor?
And then she's like, "Oh, everything's going to go back to normal." Oh, but while this is happening, Director Dick tries to shoot the kids. Like, "What are you doing shooting kids?" Fucking. So he goes shoot kids, but Monica's all like, "Oh no!" Stands in front of the bullets. The bullets go through her, but because her powers absorb, but because her powers absorb kinetic energy, they just flop out the other end.
Yeah.
And then Tommy catches one. He's like, "Oh, neat trick." He's like, "Oh, I like yours too." And then he goes to get in a car to run away, and then Darcy rams him. He's like, "Hope you enjoy prison." And then and so like, "Oh, all's resolved. The bad guys are defeated." And like, "Oh well, what we're gonna do? Make everything back to normal." And Vision's like, "But not for us." Like, "Yeah, not for us." So they walk back to the house while the hex is shrinking. Everything's going back to normal. They go back to the house. They put the kids to bed to die, and then and then they leave.
Honestly, that bit was so sad.
And then they leave.
They put the kids to bed to die.
And they go downstairs after having a nice heartfelt conversation.
Sweet dreams, you're waking up iron. Fucking dead.
And then, right. So they go downstairs after a nice heartfelt conversation. Wanda starts turning off the lights, but then Vision turns on the light and he's like,
"It's a joking.
I didn't want to see you. I wanted to see you as I go." He's like, "Oh, fair enough. Whatever. Go for it." Starts holding his face, and then he fades away, and she's still holding his face while she's not there. She walks away, meets Monica, turns it. Oh, by the way, during all this, at some point, I can't remember specifically when, she gets the traditional Scarlet Witch outfit, only it covers this bit because who's she called? Elizabeth Olsen wasn't happy with the chabs being out, so so she to get this costume.
Don't
goes to see-
feminize me, make my tits for fucking
Yeah, she goes to
merchandise
see
purposes.
Monica, and Monica's like, they don't know what you've lost. She's like, I know, but that doesn't change how they see me. See you later, mate.
No, it's,
Flies off. I'm trying to explain it. Shut up.
yeah, you're getting it fucking wrong.
I'm not. She's like, oh, they won't understand what you've lost. She's like, I
What
know.
you've sacrificed.
What I'm sacrificing. Oh, same shit, different.
It's the
word.
same thing. Moving on.
She's like, I need to try and understand these powers I've just suddenly discovered that I have. She flies off. It turns into the witch. Flies off. Hunky dory. Credits. Then we have a mid-credit scene, which is when Monica is talking to Jimmy.
Jimmy,
Who,
whoa.
during all this has called
Jimmy,
during all this during all
Jimmy,
this has
Jimmy
called
woo.
the FBI to come and sort shit out, and an FBI agent takes Monica into the theater and shows
The
out to be
theatre.
turns into a scroll. Turns out like she's a scroll, and she's like, "Oh, he wants
Yeah.
to see you." Points up, so he's either pointing to Nick Fury or to the other guy, the good guy Skrull, the bloke from Captain Marvel. They did obviously leading into Captain Marvel 2 or the Secret Invasion series. And then there's another credit scene. Starts off, right, hilltops, right? And I'm like, I've only ever seen one superhero living in the hilltops. Are they going to reveal Wolverine right now? Are they going to show Wolverine? And I was like, getting dead excited, and it was just Wanda.
No way.
It's just Wanda making a cup of tea. She walks into the back room, and the Scarlet Witch version of her is Astro playing in, reading the book. I can't remember the name of the book. Darkhold, reading the Darkhold book. And then
Fucking hell, Siri's good, isn't he?
and then it cuts to black.
Alexa, finish my sentences.
And that, my friends, is how you explain the plot of a show.
Fucking hell.
Well, that's a world record.
But-
For me.
I was just, as you were explaining there, I just thought the bit where it goes to the the end credit scene of Wanda
me.
making a cup of tea, and it goes into the back room of where Wanda's reading the book. I think it's a point. It's like a thing towards Doctor Strange, because
Yeah, when he's asleep.
eventually did that. Yeah,
Yeah, because he's asleep, isn't he? And then he's reading books while he's in his astral projection form.
Astro. Yeah,
Possibly, yeah.
I've just thought there that could be.
I generally thought, right, in that end credit scene where it goes to the mountains and she's like making a cup of tea in that little shack, I thought White Vision would be there.
Yeah, so did I.
Yeah.
I was
That
like,
was-
She's there like fucking, I'm reading the book. Don't
Tom-
disturb me.
Like Tom Cruise is what was that film by Tom Cruise?
Oblivion.
Oblivion, where it's like shows the woman in the woods and then he turns up because he's a clone.
That's
Yeah.
a weird film. That I didn't
Yeah, it's,
understand that
probably-
film.
it's decent, but I like to watch it like 4 times before I understood. Anyway, so review time. I have a plot hole, potential plot hole. So she
Go
makes
on.
Agatha into Agnes at the end, but then the hex shrinks.
Yeah, I didn't understand that. I was like,
No, because
That's
she's got her powers that strong now. She can basically make like a hex shield on one person.
Then why wouldn't she have saved Vision and the kids?
exactly.
See, because she said specifically that the spell can't be changed.
So where is Agnes gone?
So either they're just gonna that bit and make her Agnes, Agnes, the noisy neighbour, or the
Well, she could come back because she said, "If you need me, I know where to find you."
if I need you'll need me, like I know, and I'll know where to find you.
Yeah, so
So I think
She probably just cast like a spell like to disguise her.
yeah.
But
We
just put
also
on
found
mute.
out that Scarlet Witch is more powerful than the Ancient One. So the Scarlet Witch is now the most powerful character in the MCU.
well, the ancient one's
Before.
dead.
Well, yeah, more powerful than the Ancient One was then.
Wait, what's the ancient one?
The bald woman from Doctor Strange. Not Doctor Strange isn't the Ancient One yet. The Sorcerer Supreme, but
Oh,
that's what I meant. The
Scarlet
Sorcerer
Witch
Supreme.
is. Oh,
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I mean, let's talk about the Evan Peters reveal. Turns out he's Ralph, the person that Agatha was talking about the whole time.
Ralph Boner.
Ralph Boner.
Wait,
Boner.
which one's it? Is this the Quicksilver?
Yeah, Quicksilver is just an actor in Westview called Ralph Boner. Boner, who's been controlled by a necklace. But why
What a
cast
name,
Evan?
Ralph
Why
Boner.
cast Evan Peters? What a waste of a potential amazing storyline.
Then again,
yeah, he's an amazing actor. They could have done a lot more with him.
They absolutely
Have you seen
could.
him in American Horror Story?
Only
Fucking
bits,
mint.
but
the thing
different
is, though,
person every time. Yeah.
if
Crazy.
they casted him as Ralph Boner pretending to be Pietro,
Yeah.
then this could mean that they could be introducing or bringing back and what's his name?
Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Aaron Taylor Johnson as Pietro.
I suppose
because in Age of Ultron, it wasn't confirmed that he died.
he died.
No, but it confirmed that he got shot.
Fucking riddled it.
Mate, there's been plenty of movies where people have gotten shot to fuck and
Mate,
they've
I've
appeared
not seen
in
the
the next
gifs of
movie.
him getting quick scope by every Call of Duty player
Hang on.
going
Captain America, the first Avenger, Bucky goes off the train and falls into a 1,000-foot drop down off a cliff.
And loses an arm.
Dies. And then
He loses his arm.
but Wanda
Come on.
feels him leave. Wanda, that's why she collapses. She knows he's dead. He's dead.
That's why she basically goes,
He's dead.
she uses vanish, and all them little Ultron stains in that washing machine just disappear.
I thought she would have used Slip Bang.
Bang, and the dirt is
Bang! The dirt is gone. And Barry Scott.
He's dead. As much as I
I'm
would
Barry
like
Scott.
Aaron Taylor Johnson to get a
fucking look
proper
clean
chance at
plates, me.
Quicksilver. But yeah, what thoughts?
Like I say, I still don't believe that. Aaron Taylor Johnson's Pietro is dead. I still think
you start a little Discord community about that, and we'll move on to the reality of what things are.
It's going to be. Don't forget about Doctor Strange, the multiverse.
Oh yeah, that's what I mean. They could bring him back.
If they could bring him back that way.
Yeah, but I mean, if they could bring him back, they can sort out a lot of more other things. You know what I mean? Like they could basically undo the plot of the whole.
And they could bring back
Infinity War and that.
Tony Stark.
Yeah.
Because the rumors saying that Tony Stark is coming back in the MCU.
Captain America has renewed his contract for a film.
Oh, that'd be brilliant.
But yeah, I really enjoyed this. I really enjoyed the episode. It had some sad moments. It didn't.
Yeah.
The only thing I didn't like was the Ralph Boner bit. I would have liked it if he was like, "Oh, I've been dragged here from another."
Yeah, it would have been
another plane, another.
I've worked out. Do you know that Iron Man thing about bringing him back?
Mm.
Yeah.
Do you know, like his dad did audio tapes where it's like him sort of educating his son about.
Oh, they could just do that.
The thing they could basically upload him like a Jarvis, but I've like Tony Stark.
Yeah. That would be actually quite
like
cool.
his daughter having like his voice in his head, or
because
so inside the suit it's like, hey kiddo, how you doing?
isn't in the comics his daughter does become
Ironheart's a different character.
Ironheart, no,
it's that kid at the end of his funeral, that young lad who he meets in Iron Man 2 or
Iron Man 3 it is.
Iron Man 3.
Ironheart's a girl.
That's what I mean. Like his daughter could become the next like Iron Man, but then again, he could have. But I did see a video on Facebook of what like the end game could have been. Their army could have been a lot bigger if Tony Stark had Iron Legion and also the Iron Man bots that he used in Age of Ultron.
Yeah,
he could have used Iron Legion if he hadn't blown them up to show Pepper that he loved her. And
but I think it was that's a good thing because he blew him up before Age of Ultron, didn't he?
Yeah.
So you'd just think if he didn't blow them up, Age of Ultron could have used them as his own puppets.
Yeah.
that's
So,
fair point,
anyway.
to be fair.
So he did some good there.
Anyone want to say anything else about WandaVision?
I mean, the notes I had, I just thought it was a great start because it was like I
I'm
honestly
kind of sad it's ended, to be fair.
I know I was
Yeah.
gutted, but at times I was speechless. I just didn't even know what to put down. But honestly, like I've said to a few people that it's honestly the best finale I've ever seen.
I wouldn't say
Like,
it's the best
I
finale.
wouldn't say it was
I'd
the best
say
finale. I've seen
I'd
some
say as a
fucking
whole for
bangers
the
in that
show,
time.
for being so short, like you got to think all these different theories every week. What people were, sort of coming up with, like, is this a different plot twist? Does this link with this? And all these basically, it was a good thing for lockdown because it gave people time to sit and watch it a couple of times. Be like they watched it a few times a week,
yeah,
and they could rewatch it and then go, hang on a minute. And they dive into all these different fucking loopholes.
Yeah.
And link with this and all that. So I think it generally, for what it did as a show, brilliant because it left you guessing. And every time we did the podcast, we're like, oh, this could be this could be that.
but I really
think it's good for that. But
Yeah.
it was
I
decent,
really hope that the White Vision, because his memory's been restored, I kind of hope that he sort of tries to figure out like what's happening with Wanda, and he gets back with her.
Yeah,
Because it'd be nice to see them two back together. But there's rumors saying that White Vision is able to change color, so he probably could change back to the way old Vision was.
Yeah, well, Vision could change and look like completely human. So there's I think when we're going to see Wonder again in Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, but I think it'd be good if White Vision's in that as well.
Yeah,
we don't know if he is or not, but
I think he will.
You can't just make a character and then like not introduce him in some way.
Exactly.
There's got to be some sort of thing, even if he takes a break and
he's got to be in
what he's doing.
He's got to be in it. Like, I mean, there's rumors saying that there's going to be any villains that are worse than Thanos, so they're going to have to bring.
They're going to need that Superman strength.
They could do a thing where White Vision goes off on a journey to discover himself, and he meets up with Doctor Strange, and Doctor Strange educates him about what the fuck's happening.
Yeah, because Darcy already educated Wanda's vision of what actually happened.
Or she could be involved. You could go to
yeah, I would like to see Darcy more involved, to be fair, because Darcy's a brilliant character.
And I don't like that the only bit she was in this episode was crashing into the guy.
Yeah.
Then she suddenly disappears because of like didn't want to talk or whatever like that. Like
that sounds more.
I think she's discovered something and she doesn't want to like give it to them just in case she thinks they're corrupt. Because obviously it's that whole like who's a lot of people were following that dick, weren't they?
Yeah.
Sword people, so there could be corruption. So I think she's got.
Well, he's arrested. He'll be put away for life.
We don't know the year because obviously he had the agents that were following him.
Yeah,
you can't just like anyway, they're good now.
So obviously it's over now. WandaVision. I think as good as the Falcon and the Winter Soldier looks, it's not going to.
It won't be.
It's not going to create the same conversations online.
I don't think it'll be the same conversation in terms of plot holes and that, but I think
it'll be
there
as good
for a different purpose. I think the Falcon bit's more for your action and your comedic action value, whereas Wanda's more sort of like
psychological.
Delving into different things.
When Loki comes out, I think that's going to be the more of the thinker one, like Wanda.
Yeah, definitely. It looks like a thinker from the trailers, to be fair.
Yeah. So, out of 5, what do you reckon to the full show?
I said 5 out of 5 because I would happily watch it again and again and again.
I'd definitely watch it again, but I'm only going to say 4.5 just because the first 2 episodes were a bit of a dip, and the fact that the wasted Evan Peters a little bit.
Yeah, I was obviously gutted that they didn't use White Vision more, and they didn't.
The fight stuff with White Vision was mint.
Oh yeah, it was really good.
There
wasn't too much of it either.
But the thing I didn't get is when Vision was fighting like the army and stuff, and after he'd helped White Vision get his memories back, I didn't understand why White Vision didn't come and help them.
Because he's gone off to discover himself.
Yeah, he's just left. He's like, he's got all his
Forgotten.
knowledge. He's like, what's going on, sort of thing.
Yeah,
He sort of
well-
realizes now he's been
well,
built
I
as a
hope-
weapon, and now he has to discover himself.
Well, I hope he does appear in Doctor Strange too, and that's
They
where
probably
he
will. They'll definitely have like a thing lined up for him. They don't create him just to get rid of him.
Yeah.
I think even that fucking Boner guy, whatever, they might have something for him. You never know. do you?
Well, they might do. I mean, it's Evan Peters, isn't he? Like, he's a big actor.
Yeah.
Well,
He's a big actor.
he's
Yeah.
a well-known actor, and he's
I mean, they still could bring
Quicksilver in the
bring him as Quicksilver in the multiverse.
yeah, like
Right.
yeah. Obviously, there's the whole Paul Bettany was saying there's going to be a massive cameo at the end, wasn't there? He was saying there was going to be like a Luke Skywalker level cameo, but he was the whole time trolling us, and it was going to be it was himself. You see that he released he tweeted out like, people have been coming up with these theories saying that Patrick Stewart might show up or Doctor Strange, and I feel like
It would have been amazing.
everyone's
if
going to
Doctor
be
Strange
really
came.
let down. Everyone's going to be really let down because it's just me. So I think that's good.
Not just that though. I think like because the MCU, because they rebooted it or whatever, it's which of the reboots would you link into it to make it sort of work?
Yeah.
On the because that fucking X-Men timeline's fucked up in it with
Yeah,
the
well, the
films.
MCU's not been rebooted. It's just continuing. But
Yeah, but I mean linking X-Men into it because that's been rebooted.
Yeah,
How would you link it in?
It's been rebooted twice. It's got so many different timelines. They don't even match up. It's bloody awful.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's what we thought about WandaVision. But what do you think? Comment below. Let us know. You can message us or whatever people do on Instagram at the Whole My Cape Pod. Yeah, I think it was all right.
Yeah, I loved it. Like, I would happily watch it again. But
It's a good sort of thing to watch for lockdown.
Yeah, I
enjoyed
didn't
it.
find out about the second end credit scene until the missus at work today. And someone told her that there was 2 end credit scenes. I was like, well, surely we should have it should have been clear that there was 2.
Was there any more credit scenes though? Because I never because after the episode's like 30 minutes long, and 8 minutes of that were credits. So I went back through all the thing, and I was like, "There's no credit scenes, so why
there's just
is
the
it
2.
8-minute things?" But like, they didn't have to drag it out that credit scene. It's almost like that bloody Marvel movie where at the end it's just fucking Captain America doing that little film thing. He's like, "Don't do this" or whatever. It's like, "Oh, you twats!" Like, why? I waited like 15 minutes for that. I need to pee. I'm waiting.
Was it Spider-Man Homecoming that did that?
Yeah, I was literally sat there. I was like, I with a massive cokes that size of your neck. I was sat there. I was like, I need to pee. He's like, you've got to wait for the cut scene.
To be fair though, that was a good cut. That was a good scene though.
Yeah, me and my friend were sat there like, oh, we need to pee really badly, and it came on. Like, oh, fucking tea.
I think I remember going to see it. No, I saw Deadpool in cinema, and Deadpool did a similar one. And he did like a Ferris Bueller's Day Off one, and he was like he mentioned we're getting Cable next, but he was on about saying, "Oh, don't leave your litter and stuff on the floor so the people can clean it up." And I remember looking at the people that were stood there with bin bags, and they were going. I was like, yeah.
It's like, thank you, Ryan Reynolds. You're making our job very easy. They're going to do cleaners like fucking popcorn bucket seats. And that.
Yeah,
like, you bastards.
Well, honestly, it was brilliant.
Right, so that's the show. Unless anyone else has got anything to say.
Yeah, I've got that thing about.
Go on then. That was your segue to say that, so it sounded natural and off the top of the dome.
Well. I've seen a video on Facebook of the reason why Heimdall sent Hulk instead of Loki or Thor is because when you watch Infinity War, when it goes to pointing at Thor, he actually looks at Heimdall. And do you remember was it Thor Ragnarok, where he actually is being able to see through the eyes of Heimdall, and he actually is able to talk to him. That's what he does in Infinity War. He talks to him without actually saying it out loud. He talks to him through psychopathic ability,
Yeah,
and
I get you.
and they're saying that he said to Heimdall, "Send Thor back to Earth," and that's why he
You mean
did
send
the
Hulk back
Bifrost.
to Earth?
And it's
Yeah. Yeah,
Or it was that week, couldn't lift his arm up high enough to get Thor, so he fired Hulk by accident.
Mhm.
Anyway.
yeah, he sent Hulk back because obviously Thor said send him back because I want to fight.
Stretch.
And Heimdall knew that if he'd sent Thor back, he wouldn't have. He knew that Thor didn't not want to go. He wanted Hulk. He
Right.
wanted Hulk to be sent.
It's a good theory. And it's a solid theory.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
that's the show, guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Hold My Cape. If you have, please remember to smack that like button and subscribe and do whatever it is that you have to do on Spotify, iTunes, Amazon.
I think just in regards to
whole
Spotify,
shebang.
just add it to your.
There's a little love art button you can press on Spotify. Press that.
Yeah.
It's
Add it to your like favorite weekly podcasts, and then when you get the episode update, it'll pop up next to like your release radar and vice
Yeah, and
versa.
then you can watch it.
And and the animation of that little love art's just worth pressing it anyway. Just
Yeah,
press it just for
it's
cracks, just to
cute.
see what happens. Anyway, what do you think of Wandavison? Have you seen it? If you haven't, well, you know exactly what happens now because of my perfect description. So we forgot to give a spoiler warning, but it's fine.
Yeah, before the episode starts, you should put a spoiler warning. Just go spoiler warning.
Yeah. And that's that. What do you think of Michael B. Jordan possibly being the next Superman? What about those other things that we mentioned in the show? Do you reckon they're any good? I can't remember what they are now. It's been a while.
He's still cancel me.
I've slept since then. I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you have, smack the like button, subscribe. See you next time. Bye.
Bye. Have a beautiful time.
I've been watching that as well, American Dad. Banging.